morning. Good morning. Good morning. First up, let me know if you can see me and hear me because we had some little technical difficulties. So I do want to make sure everything is working on your end. So let me know that in the comments. Welcome. Morning Mindset. Today is July 24th, the final countdown of this month, right? Where did July go? It felt like it flew by. Am I wrong with that? Morning Mindset. I'm your host, Todd. And this is your first time here. Yeah. Here's your first time here, a long time here. So I need to know from you who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, and what the weather is like in your area. It's like 70 degrees, scattered storms, possible thunderstorms tonight. It's definitely not July. It should be about 20 degrees warmer because I think we're headed to like 79 or 80, somewhere around there. So definitely not July. I've got stuff I'd like to get done outside, but I don't think that's going to happen today by the time we're done with it. And the most important part of this, your 5 things. What are 5 things? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that you are going to accomplish today. So I'm putting my list together because it is Work It Wednesday. What does that mean? That's the day we work on our business. So if you're in our mentorship community, I will go ahead and drop that banner here. So if you're not, you can check it out. On Wednesdays, take 4 hours and we work on our business. 11 to 3 Central Standard Time. Room is open. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about. It's just work on your business. We're here to help each other out. One of the topics that got brought up last week was coming up with a small business package. Something like a lot of us run the 100 shirt special and things like that. But what about for those smaller businesses that maybe only have 1 employee or 2 employees? Can we create a package for them? So that's the goal for today's class, today's get together. For me is to say, let's figure out what this could be. Is it yard signs? Is it banners? Is it signs? Is it magnets, business cards, T-shirts, polo, hoodie? Just kind of maybe create like a 3-tier system out of it. So it could definitely help somebody. So if you're interested in that, make sure to tune in today. Mentorship community. As long as you get signed up, we'll get that going. Patreon.com/FatDadMC. We have multiple calls throughout the week. One starting at 9:30 today. So as long as you get signed up before then, you'll be in there. So I'm looking forward to that. But on the 5 things that I know we need to get done, we've got rush order shirts that need to get done today. Senior sashes that need to get done. I've got to make sure to get supplies ordered today. I've got a business meeting this afternoon, and number 5 is work on the business. So that was our thing. Now there's a list of other things that I need to go through and get here, but those are the ones that is most important. But let's check in. We'll see how people are doing. And I want to hear from you today because one of the things that I got asked and was brought up a few times, and people want to get pissed about it. And I just don't understand when somebody asks for help and you give them an answer that is a correct answer that they don't want to hear. You're in the wrong. It drives me bonkers. And that's why we're going to talk about how to stop those pricing failures today. And it's going to be one of the biggest ones that I think a lot of people run it, especially when you're just starting out. So we're going to talk about that right after we check in this morning. So Sarah, good morning to you. 64 and cloudy, coffee in the cup. Sarah's 5 things: catch up on emails, catch up on production, catch up on purchasing, store bills, process orders. So Sarah's doing some catching up, which if you're in our mentorship community, I bet Sarah will be on her call and she'll be able to give us a good update on it. Tim, good morning to you from Toledo. 73 up. Looks like there may be some rain in the area. I'm having Mountain Dew to drink. What's up, Chuck? Good morning to you from Central Florida. It's currently 79 degrees there. Not bad at all. Darren, good morning to you, my friend. Morning, Darren. Morning, Darren. Whatever. Morning, Darren from Sarah. All good here. Thanks, Chuck. I saw that, so I made sure. It was weird because I have like all the lighting, the audio, the video go through a hub. And it comes and mic was on, lights were on, but camera would not power on. So I had to bring everything down, bring it back up. Lights would come back up. Camera came up. Mic went down. So I don't know if there's something with that hub because I didn't move anything. But finally, on like the 5th attempt, everything came up. So I don't know. Barb, good morning to you. North Central Minnesota, 61 cloudy. Water in the bottle. 5 things: invoicing, quotes, work on business, Shopify drop-down menus. Ooh. I really should get more understanding of Shopify, but it does what it does. Schedule customer pickups in Christmas items. That's right, Christmas, which I am going to, do I have it here? I'm going to write it down so that way I can grab it while we're chit-chatting. Because Barb brought up Christmas and Creative Fabrica is running a Christmas deal. So I'll make sure to go get that link and post it over for you guys because, hey, it's a free bundle. And if you want to sign up, then hey, we make a little something off of it. So I mean, hey, I'm not gonna be one to deny that. And I know you guys like free stuff. So I'm gonna go grab that and put it in here so I don't feel like an idiot. And then we're good to go. Actually, I can kind of do it in the background while I'm still doing some of this other stuff, which is kind of nice. I kind of dig that. Now, with that being said, where did the tab go? Because I posted this morning about 67 tabs, and it got to 68, then it got to 70, and then I had to close some of them. So I had to find out where that was. Hi, Sarah, Tim, and Chuck. And Tim's got lots to do today. Tinting should be there 3 trucks this morning. Ooh, nice. Then we have our calls. Have to pick up Halloween stuff. I bought at Home Depot. Yes, she's been shopping for that stuff. Well, what is it? July 1st? That's when like the 12-foot skeletons and that go on, and they're usually sold out that day. So I don't see it. What's going on with my shirt? Oh, I was like, what's going on with this? This is when we did this on Tuesday with Todd a couple of years ago. This is vinyl over brick, so it gives that embossed look. Vinyl over brick, it'll give that dimensional embossed look. That's what's going on with the shirt. It's like, oh, I didn't say it was kind of sitting there on the shelf. I'm like, I haven't worn that for a while, so put them in there. Morning, Barb. Darren Bing being on the list. Meet up a local business downtown yesterday and discuss possibilities of renting a small space, doing live printing collab with him. Ooh, I really, really like the sound of that, Darren. What's your plan with that? How about you give us a little more info? Today being the 24th, I'm going to be able to hit this and go grab here, and then we're gonna talk about it. So, pricing, right? I know we have ran into that pitfall before of how do we price something? How do we price? And I don't think I bet there has been a day in 10 years that, maybe that's exaggerating, but I haven't really paid attention as much, at least 7 years, that there hasn't been somebody asked, hey, what would you price this? And that is one of the hardest things to do, because when you're asking somebody else what would they price that, you're having them tell you what they would price it based on their numbers. So depending on their numbers compared to your numbers, you could be making a lot of money or you could be losing a lot of money. And while it's it's great to have an idea of it, just to say, hey, you're charging $25 for the shirt, I'm going to charge $25 for the shirt. Well, I got into discussion with somebody on DTF yesterday, and I had to break it down minute by minute for them to show them that using a converted printer is not ideal. I said, how many prints can you get? They're printing 4 sheets an hour. 4 sheets an hour. And so then they're manually powdering and manually curing. I said, so how much do you think it costs you to do this? Why won't you order transfer? Transfers are too expensive. Like $3 is too expensive for what that would be. And you've got how many of them to do? And they're like, they're just too expensive. I can print it for less than this. So then I went through it and I said, it is not. When you went through it and how much time you have in this and how many times have you screwed up and what do you have going on with it? Tell me how it makes sense you can sell this same shirt at $20 that somebody else is selling at $20. You're not including your time in it. And that's the hardest thing, I think, as we're getting started to, value our time with things. How long does it take take us to do something? That needs to be accounted for, whether that's artwork, whether that's quotes, whether that's emails or phone calls. All that time needs to be accounted for. And while it's not all billable time, when you sell your products, that's when your billable time is factored into that. So you're able to make up for that. So when we say, our labor, our shop rate is $120 an hour, it doesn't mean I'm making $120 an hour. It's just what it costs to keep everything running. So when we bid jobs out and we use that calculation, we're able to price for profit every single job. And if we lose a job because we're not the lowest bid, that's fine. That means I didn't lose money on the job. And it's a tough thing to figure out when you're just get started, because you think, hey, they're selling it at this, I can sell it at that too. And yes, you can. And I'm not saying you're going to lose money on every job, but you could be leaving a lot on the table too. Because if someone's able to get, when we did shirts, so there's an order that we talked about with somebody, and it was for it was 127 shirt single color print. We did them. They were $7 each for it, and somebody else was like, "I would be at 15." I said, "If you were at 15, you would have lost this job because we can do it for 7." There's no way that you can make money off that. And I said, "Absolutely, there is." And so I went through and I showed them, I broke it down. Here's what we can do, and here's what we can make off of it, and this is why, and this is how. He said, "So while you were saying you're at this," he said, "just look at the logistics of it. We're at $700. You're at $1,500. Where are they going to go with?" Yeah. So it's not always about that. It's knowing, what you can do and the time it takes to do it, to be able to price for profit properly. People don't want to, it's not all people, but especially when you're getting started, you just see, hey, there's this. And a lot of people take, the internet words for gospel. Hey, somebody said on the internet, I should charge this for it. Well, they don't know your pricing. They don't know what it costs you for your materials. They don't know what it costs you for equipment. They don't know any of that stuff. So what are you letting them tell you your pricing for? So I'd love to hear your thoughts on how you did it. Now, I still will use Etsy and other people to get a general idea to see what things are selling for, to know if I should be in that ballpark or can be in that ballpark. There's certain personalized things where cost to produce is less than $5. And those things are, selling for $25, $35, $45, $55, $65 because of that perceived value with it. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You're not price gouging. That's what the market is set at. So go ahead and get that money while you can, because it may not always be that way. But it just doesn't mean that just because we can make it for this, that we have to sell it for this. So let's get in here. I'm checking comments. I want to hear what your thoughts on it, on pricing, and how you handle it for it. Kelly, good morning. 74, water in the cup, 5 things: invoicing, press shirts, design work on business call, and social media posts. That's right. Kelly uses Wednesday for social media day, as she should. And Kelly is whose idea it was to remind me to come up with this kind of business bundle package. So that's what we're going to work on today. I don't know what that means. Oh, is it? Yeah, because it's like the helmet thing, right? That's what's going on with it, the helmet thing. I get it. Yeah, that's one of those things. It's one of those things she got at 6 a.m. in the morning, and a Hearst. Ooh, I hadn't seen the Hearst yet. I didn't even look. It was like I didn't realize it until, I don't know, a week or so ago. And I'm like, well, no skeleton for us this year. Jerry, good morning to you. Hello, fellow mentors. Hello to you too, Jerry. Initial Talk is offering something like buy a shirt, get a percentage off purchase in the store, or buy something in the store and get a percentage off for a hat. I'd like to hear more about it. Jerry has tea in my cup, and it is 69 degrees and gorgeous in mid-Ohio. We got rain, and it is just not. Okay, I am going to today. So, Creative Fabrica was running a Christmas in July special. So you can sign up for another year for like $47. Doesn't matter how many years you have on it, just adds it to it. But they do have a free mega SVG bundle today. It's got 56 bundles, over 2,300 designs, and you heard me right, it is free. So I am going to go ahead and post that. Actually, I'm going to post it on my clipboard, so I have that to use for later to build content with for today. But I will post that here in the comments, and you will be able to go to that. Free to use, free to download. That's part of the joy this month. And like I said, it's only, $47 for the year. So you can go right here, right click, copy, paste. There's that. That's my little affiliate link on it. If it's free, do I make any money off it? No, but free, man. Check out the free stuff. So we've got that. Other things that they said when we've got pricing here as I'm looking at it, and they said the reason this came up is somebody said, hey, what would you charge for this? And I said, I can't answer that because I don't know what it costs to be in the business. So I'm like, well, you can just give a price. I'm like, I can't, because I don't know what it costs you to be in business. I don't know what you bought for your material. I don't know how you're making that material work. Are you using, because it was for a cut vinyl. So it was HTV. I said, I have no clue what brand that you used, where you bought it from, what the cost of it is. I have no clue what plotter you're using. It could be a Cricut, it could be a Cameo, it could be a Graphtec, it could be something else. So I don't know on that. I don't know how long it took you to cut it. I don't know how long it took you to weed it. I don't know the type of shirt that it's going on. I don't know. There's so many variables that I don't know that I can't say that's what this is. You just posted a shirt and a design and said, how much would you charge for this? So trying to be able to make them understand that I was wrong. I was just not trying to help them. And I feel I really did try and help them by saying, hey, here is what I need to be able to price this properly. I can tell you what we would charge for it. If you can tell me these things, I can run it through our calculator and this is what we got for it. But if you can't tell me that, then I can't be anywhere with it. Then the other thing was when it came into the pricing side of it, like, well, what do you want your margins to be? What are your numbers set for it? And they had no answer. I said, so do you know what it costs you to produce a shirt? And when they said no, I said, that's the first thing you can do. Figure out what it costs you to produce a shirt. They're pissed because they didn't want to do the work for that. They just wanted a price for it. So I said $7. Now I know that should have been a $25 shirt, but I said $7, and that pissed them off. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to, on any of those that don't want to do the work, I'm just going to throw ridiculous numbers out there for them from now on. And that's not so wrong with me, is it? Darren says, another downtown shake shop. We've been talking about doing a window painting job. More for fun, but not for free. Used to paint windows for business I work at occasionally. Darren, you are a jack of all trades. Like those, I think the only place that I still see window painting around here is at our grocery stores. I don't think I've seen it. We'll see it on the parade route for homecoming, and it's just people out there with the daubers on the window, go maroons and that, but no real paint shops. It's a lost art, and man, there's next to no cost in materials on that. It's all on the labor side of it, so you can make a great profit off that if you were going to do that. As we talk about things in here, and that's the other thing, just because we are efficient at something and we know what we're doing, and it doesn't take us a lot of time, doesn't mean that we should charge less for it. If anything, you should charge more because you were that knowledge. Anybody can buy a printer, anybody can buy designs, anybody can buy a press, anybody can make a shirt, but it's how efficient can you get at it. So the more efficient that you're at something, the better you are. You're not paying me for the products. You're paying me for the knowledge to be able to use those products. Tim's a great example. We know that the material cost, comparative from tinting to apparel, the tinting cost, the tinting supply cost is way less expensive than the apparel side. But does that mean that he's charging less? No, you're paying for the service, you're paying for the install, you're paying for the knowledge to do it. It's just like anything. They're paying for our knowledge to do it because if they knew how to do it, they'd do it themselves, right? If we knew how to do something, we would do it ourselves. If we don't know how to do something, we pay somebody to do it for us. It's just how the world works. Jerry says, good luck with that one. Oh, I didn't even mention what was in my cup this morning as I was going to go take a drink. Galaxy Vibe. That's what we got this morning. And Galaxy Vibe. So that was my little rant for today. Just pricing and the biggest pitfalls. If you're new to it and you don't know how to price, figure out what it costs you to actually be in business. What does it cost you per hour? And this doesn't mean, oh, hey, I'm working out of my house. I don't have any overhead. Yes, you do. Because last time I checked, that internet isn't free. The lights and gas isn't free. The whatever else isn't free. Your business needs to pay its fair share. So that way, if you ever want to move into a brick and mortar, your prices are in line for that. They're able to bring on that payment because you've already set up that way. But you just need to have an understanding of what it is, what it actually takes you to make that item. And it doesn't matter what business you're in, whether it's laser, apparel, embroidery, cut signs, window painting. It all comes down to what it takes you to do something and what your cost is for it. You need to know that. Need to know that. Okay. Nose itch was bad. So here's what we got today. As a schedule of events, 9:30 a.m., we have our first mentorship call, 9:30 to 10:30. So that's going on here. Like I said, you can get right in on that call, still right there. And then we'll take a break, and then we will jump into work on your business day from 11 to 3 today. So that is our day for me, and I'm going to be getting stuff done and working on it. Mentorship is about social media. No, not necessarily. That's when we've been forcing Kelly to post on Wednesdays there. Today, we're going to talk about one of the things that we previously discussed about doing, and Kelly brought it up again last week, said, hey, something about for those small businesses. So that's what we're going to look at together. I think between all of our minds, we can create a good little package for that solopreneur, that, you know, that landscape guy that maybe has one or two helpers for it. So what can we do for that, you know? And that's what we're going to talk about today. It's just building that package out and what that means and how you can do it. You know, to me, business starter package is going to be a single guy, single gal. So, you know, can I get them some door magnets, some business cards, you know, maybe a polo, a couple work shirts, a hoodie? You know, is that a good small business package? Create that all as one, show it individually. How can we bundle this together and make it work from there? And then here's this, and then maybe a new employee package. New employee gets hired on, you know, they're going to get, you know, if they're not an office thing, they don't need the polos, but here's, you know, 5 t-shirts and, you know, 2 hoodie type special. So that's, I think, what we're going to work on today. So I'm looking forward to building that, because I think just how we did our spirit wear thing, where that's always there and anybody can use it and go in and do it, rewatch it and do it from here. We've been posting that content daily. We've got a handful of stores in the works for it that we could start now banging out this week, and we're really excited about that. So that helped us build up that side, and we're going to continue to push this. But here's another part of it, that business side to do. So that's what we're going to work on. All right, we'll be back Friday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure to like and subscribe and share. Like, sharing's caring, folks, and it's free. It's free to do all that stuff. So if you're able to, you know, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. We will be back here Friday, like I said, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. So until next time, peace, love, press on. We will see you then.